What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Insight. Khamzat Chimaev just called out Alex Pereira at heavyweight, doubling down after Pereira initially brushed off his challenge and said he only wants absolute super fights at that weight class. Khamzat fired back with a bold statement. "I'm ready to fight you in the heavyweight. You won't find a super fight bigger than our fight. No champa. This is smash everybody." At first glance, this might sound wild, but Khamzat's team has been hinting at this for weeks. His teammate Arman Tsarukian has mentioned in multiple interviews that Chimaev goes hard on heavyweights in the gym and has what it takes to succeed, not just at light heavyweight, but at heavyweight too. And this isn't new talk from Khamzat. He's been saying since day one that he wants 3 belts, and now it looks like he's dead serious about chasing the biggest challenges across multiple divisions. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira has already said he's not looking to fight the winner of Aspinall versus Gain. His focus is John Jones and that massive super fight at heavyweight. But now that Khamzat's thrown down the gauntlet, things just got way more interesting. Even Tom Aspinall has weighed in on Pereira's UFC 320 win and his possible move up, adding more fuel to the fire. With both men talking big and the heavyweight division heating up, this could easily turn into one of the biggest stories in the UFC right now. Let's dive in.
Does he move to heavyweight now, or does he fight Yuri, or what are your thoughts?
Sure, that's his decision. He's the champ. He can decide whatever he wants.
Do you think he should fight Ankalaev again? Maybe that as an option?
I mean, I would watch Alex Pereira fight. I would watch any of them fight anybody, but I think that's pretty cool the way he's just come back and beat him again. See what he wants to do next. Dropped him with the right. Usually you'll see him drop him with the left hooks, but this time he big right one bomb over the top. I think that he made some good adjustments technically, where he was putting him on the back foot a lot more than he was in the first fight. The first fight, it looked like, oh, he looks like he might shed a tear there, Yuri Prohaska. What's going on there? Yeah, in the first fight, he was kind of like guessing what Ankalaev was going to do constantly, whereas in this fight, in the rematch,
Merab Dvalishvili's coach just spoke out about the possible Volkanovski fight following the Georgian champ's dominant performance at UFC 320, with Merab officially clearing out the bantamweight division, taking out every top contender. That the big question now is, what's next for the machine? One of the hottest topics right now is a potential super fight with Alexander Volkanovski for the featherweight belt. Merab's coach, John Wood, jumped on Submission Radio to break it down, calling it an interesting matchup that fans would absolutely tune in for. That said, Merab himself isn't chasing that fight. He's been open about it many times, saying Volk is too good and admitting it would be a massive challenge right now. Instead, the plan seems to be to defend his bantamweight title again, likely in a rematch with Petr Yan. According to Wood, they're targeting December for that fight, which lines up perfectly since there's no pay-per-view event scheduled that month. It's the ideal time for Merab to stay active and continue his run of dominance before even thinking about moving up in weight. So now the question goes to the fans. Can Petr Yan stop the Georgian machine this time? Leave your comments below.
So I love that fight. I mean, it's a pick'em fight. You know, Volkanovski might have a little more clean stand up, but we're getting there, man. Like the fact of the matter is that I'm not trying to reinvent Merab to be this clean striker, this clean wrestler, this clean. Merab is Merab, and our job is to keep him that way, and that's what keeps him so special. So it would be an interesting fight, man. It really would. The pace of Merab, even in a bigger weight class, is just so hard to deal with. So hard to deal with, and it ain't like Corey, man. Corey's a big dude too. Like he's big last night. Like he's the size of those most of those 45ers. You know, he could go up easy. So I think we've dealt, like, you can see that range and length isn't a problem. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how long you are. Merab's gonna get there. And so it really does with Volk. It's an interesting match because they're just both so gosh darn tough, and they're both so gosh darn good.
Alex Pereira just went off on one of Team Khabib's biggest names, Ali Abdelaziz. For those who don't know, Ali isn't just any manager. He's one of the most powerful figures in that circle, having worked closely with Khabib Nurmagomedov, Islam Makhachev, and Magomed Ankalaev for years. He's deeply tied to Abdulmanap's legacy, often seen traveling with Dagestani fighters and handling everything from fight contracts to business deals. Before Pereira's rematch with Ankalaev, Ali was doing a lot of talking, hyping up his fighter. But after Alex destroyed Magomed, Ali changed his tone and said, "There's a lot of things that happened with Ankalaev in his camp, but it's for him to talk about, not me. If I need to talk about it, I will. If it was up to me, he should never have fought this time." That didn't sit right with Pereira at all. He fired back on social media, posting, "When a manager has never been an athlete and wants to promote to gain fame and money, but you're the one in there risking your life and he's outside laughing." Ali responded again saying, "In reality, this is not about me and Alex. This is about Magomed Magomed and Alex. I don't know Alex. I have no beef with him. I respect everything he's accomplished. But all along, I thought Magomed would beat him. The exchange instantly blew up online, with most fans backing Pereira and roasting Ali for always inserting himself into fighters' stories. One thing's for sure, this back and forth just added more fuel to the fire between Pereira and Team Khabib, and it's making whatever comes next for the champ way more personal. Here's Josh Thompson's take on what Pereira's next move will be.
The fight to make right now is Olberg versus Alex, because we've already seen the Yuri fight, we've already seen the Ong fight, we've already seen Khalil, we've already seen the other ones. I want to see if Alex is going to stay at the 205-pound division. There's only one fight for him, and that's the Carlos Olberg fight. That's it. Does John cut down to 205? I think John can make 205. He'll go back down to 205. I think he makes 205. You have Alex and John at 205. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I mean, that's a fight that actually kind of skipped my mind a little bit. I think the fight that they make, if he wants to fight again, Alex has been very clear about, like, I like to stay busy. I want to fight as much as possible. I think you have him and Olberg fight. And if he beats Olberg, then you've got Alex to do whatever the hell he wants. Fight at heavyweight, fight at super heavyweight. I don't give a shit what you do. Keep doing, just do whatever you want. You just keep making us money for the next hour, the next year or two until you're ready to call it quits.
Usman Nurmagomedov just secured a big win over Paul Hughes in their rematch, and it lived up to expectations. It was another close, high-level battle that kept fans locked in from start to finish. After the fight, Usman didn't hold back, once again doubling down on his belief that he's the best lightweight in the world, with the only exception being Islam Makhachev, who's now moved up to 170. In a recent Russian interview with Ushataika, Usman took direct aim at Ilia Topuria's claim of being the top lightweight, saying, "Ilia Topuria, you can't be considered the #1 lightweight in the world. I fought 19 times in the division, defeated former and current champions, and my record speaks for itself. He only has 14 fights, and I finished 14 opponents in my career. With the win over Hughes and my streak, it's clear I'm the top lightweight right now." Khabib Nurmagomedov also weighed in, adding that if Topuria truly wants to call himself the best, he needs to face Usman first. And stylistically, that fight would be fire. Usman's one of the few lightweights who's elite everywhere, from striking to grappling to cage control. Still, most fans give El Matador the benefit of the doubt because he's the UFC champion, and in MMA, holding that UFC belt still carries unmatched weight. That said, interest in Usman versus Topuria remains pretty low right now, mainly because fans are way more hyped for the real super fight everyone's been waiting for: Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Leading up to their rematch, Magomed Ankalaev said that he was going to beat Alex Pereira once again and send him back to working in the tire shop. Today, Alex posted this photo to his Instagram story of Ankalaev laying on the canvas holding a tire. Alex also posted a behind the scenes of UFC 320 video to his YouTube channel. He gave an emotional speech to his team right after the win.
Os camps, quando a gente vem, pô, e pra mim tá sendo muito especial, né? Todo mundo me ajudando, agradeço de verdade. Desculpa por algum erro que eu devo ter cometido, né? E às vezes, pô, o cara tá no camp, não quero falar nada. Se eu fiz algo, pô, que já adianto, quero pedir desculpa. E, bom, é isso. Pra mim, né? Pô, foi tudo certo. Pô, nada pra atrapalhar. Eu acho que eu fiz o certo dessa vez, né? Pô, eu vinha fazendo as coisas, talvez não 100% ali disciplinado, pô, sou ser humano, eu sou falho, né, mas eu venho sempre tentando corrigir, né, pô, até mesmo dentro do UFC, do PI, eu quis fazer tudo certo, até com a minha alimentação, que é algo que eu nunca fiz certo, né, Glover? Eu acho, assim, tipo, pô, eu tentei fazer algo ali, uma melhor e tal, mas dessa vez aqui, cara, foi 100%, né? E sempre vamos fazer uma oração, agradecer a Deus por essa família, que a gente, né?
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to MMA Analysts and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one from Chris Breeze 8875. People need to stop talking about the Raja situation already. It's f***ing annoying if he hasn't been locked up. Chances are he isn't. The second one from Robert Jones 9275 says, I'm gonna talk about Connor. glad he's sober and doing something patriotic, hope he wins. And the last one is from Sigmon M3P, says, Conor would have won being president if it was 2016 or 2017, but he's a complete joke now. Those were the top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up. See you in the next video.